Hi, everybody. It's Mercy with Mind Over Matter with Mercy. I'm a life coach that helps empower moms. Mostly, what the moms I want to help are the moms who've had children who have been sexually molested by a loved one. Those of you who don't know my story, this happened in my family. Katrina's father molested her, and um, that was probably the hardest thing I ever went through. And I'm sure the hardest thing my daughter ever went through. So um, I that's really the reason I went into life coaching. I know it's been a calling of mine. I'm supposed to teach. That's what I do. But now I have a specific mission. So yesterday we talked about keeping our words to our kids, following through, out stubborning our kids. So when our kids get a little older and they do something they're not supposed to, we need to tell them no. We need to punish them because there are consequences to us allowing bad behavior. If any of you saw my post today, is if we don't say no to our kids, if we don't hold them responsible and accountable, they will grow up to be adults who never take accountability or responsibility for their own behavior. They will always have a victim mentality, and they will feel they are entitled to certain things. So say your teenage son or daughter comes home from a football game drunk or high. What are you going to do? Are you going to say it's okay? Is it okay? Do they know that if they're late or if they come under the influence, that there's some consequences? Those are the kind of things that you need to let your kids know, that if they break those rules, that there will be consequences. And if they ask for the car, you say no. And if they ask for their money or their allowance, you say no. And no matter how many times they ask for it, you continue to say no and you stick to your guns. And if you don't, then that word no holds no power, because you tell them no and then you give them the car keys and let them go on their merry way. Or you tell them no, you can't go out to next week's party, but then you let them go. How are these young men supposed to react when they are out with a girl? And, we know teenagers or even, young adults, things get a little hot and heavy between them. But then the girl realizes, I don't want this to go any further. And she says no. But that word no doesn't mean anything to this young man, because all his life, his mom and dad, or his mom or his dad, never really taught him the meaning of no. No to them was, okay, no, no, no. Okay, go ahead. And I think that's one of the mentalities that many young men who feel entitled and not responsible for things take sex. The girls may say no, and I don't care. People, all of you might argue with me. It's like, well, the girl led him on. She wore a short skirt, or she had her boobs hanging out. But the moment a girl says no, the man needs to take responsibility and say, oh, let me back off. Let's not go any further. But from talking to my daughter, from talking to her friends, from my own experience, there's some men, when you're a young girl, you say no to, and they think that it's a negotiable part of the conversation. So parents, moms, single moms, you are in the power to teach your kids the value of no and what power it holds. So, do you want to be a parent, a good parent that takes care of their kids and teaches them right from wrong, and your child sometimes hates you or doesn't like you? Or do you want to be that parent that no matter what, your kid loves you and adores you and thinks you're the best because you're a pushover? Yeah, I want to be liked, but you know what? I want my child to be strong, independent, responsible. So that's just one reason why, as parents, you need to do what you say and say what you do. And if you say no, you need to follow through with that no, because there are consequences way beyond what you may think. Um, so I think today's lesson was a little heavy, but I think it's time that we get these conversations out in the public, out in the open, take away the shame from moms, from victims, and put it where it belongs. And us as parents, if we can teach this from the beginning, then maybe we can save the next generation or the generation thereafter from a lot of pain. So thank you for those of you who joined me. I appreciate it. I'll be doing this every day. I promised myself I'd do 30 in 30 days. So I don't know how many I've done. I've done maybe 5, 7, not sure. But I will continue to do this. And again, if there's any topic that you want me to discuss, feel free to do so. And if there's any moms out there who have had their child molested by a loved one or by someone else and you need help, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to give you a free session and any resources that I may have. I love you guys. Thank you. I'm going to go see the movie It tonight, so I'm excited. Bye, guys.